And welcome back to another episode of Another Round. I am Ryker, and today I am joined by
Chris,
Logan,
and Turner.
And joining us today is our very good friend
Olive.
A singular Olive.
A singular.
a singular one. There's
A singular
not
Olive.
two.
Today.
Just one today.
If there's two, you have.
We
two
might
today.
have another guest joining us soon.
When she
If
gets off the
she-
damn
After
phone.
it gets off the motherfucker.
If she decides to come back in, maybe eventually. But we realize, we were going to make this statement earlier, but we realize our audio is pretty shit. Mainly because we only have one microphone at the time. But we are working on that. We will fix it, hopefully by next episode. So, that's all for announcements.
That is it. For
Yay.
So,
well, I mean, on top of audio, should be adding in a intro track pretty soon.
we'll be having an intro track soon. Hopefully we'll just edit it into the other episodes.
Some more games for y'all.
If we can find some
Yeah,
more to figure out some more.
we'll figure some out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it for our announcements.
Intro music and yeah.
Relating to the podcast announcements.
Yeah, relating to podcast announcements. Yeah.
But anyways, Chris, you said you had something happen to you today that you wanted to tell us.
Oh yeah, I'm intrigued to hear that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Go
what do you
ahead.
say?
Go ahead.
So I'm coming back from class today. I go to college over in Stillwater, and coming back and going down the highway, and I have a radar detector in my car, and it starts going off. So I'm like, oh, okay, highway patrol better slow down, because I'm doing like 10 over. So start slowing down, and it's going off for a good 5 miles, and sooner or later I see this truck behind me, this white truck with lights, and I'm like, oh, that must be the sheriff. It passes me. It is a park ranger. Not a sheriff, a park ranger
Really?
running a radar on KA band, and I have the top down on my car so he can fully see me. And as he passes me, I point up my radar detector and look at him, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? You have no authority here. There's no reason for this. So anyhow, he passes me doing a good 90-something miles an hour in a 70.
Damn, yeah,
So,
places to go.
and I was like, well, hell, then I'm just going to do
Places
80 behind him. So I went behind him the whole way, and my radar detector's going off for him. I get closer back to Enid, and it changes frequencies, the KA band, and I'm like, well, I wonder if there's another cop. So I slow down again. Another couple miles up the road, Enid police. And one of their new SUVs is coming up the road, and I'm like, oh, and he turns around behind me because it's in the city limits right where he turned around.
Yeah.
And he starts coming behind me, so I'm flashing my brights at people coming up the road, letting them know there's a cop back there. And I flash my brights at this one guy. He rolls down his window and is like giving me a dirty look and flips me off. And then as he does this, he passes the cop, who then goes into the median, flips his lights on, and pulls the guy over for speeding. Guy had no idea what I was trying to do. I was trying to tell him there was a cop, but he just blatantly ignored that.
See, but that's
he just
basic.
thought you were being an asshole.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he
God,
just-
see, but that's basic. It's not. I
That's like
guess
basic
it-
road knowledge.
But as
Yeah,
soon as I saw that
yeah,
cop
road
turn
knowledge.
into the
Thank you, Ryker.
basic
Yeah,
knowledge,
road
I
Basic
assumed
road
it was basic
driving
road
knowledge.
knowledge. But I was slowing semis down, and I do that a lot. Like if I'm driving ahead of people and I hear my radar detector starts going off, I'll go back and like start slowing people down in the lane so they can't like speed past me. And they don't understand what's happening until they see the cops, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I know what the guy's doing now."
Well, I mean, it's
But,
different for motorcycles, though. Do you know what motorcycles do whenever there's a cop? Yeah, they pat their head.
They pat their
That's
helmet.
what they do is they pat
Oh,
their
that's good to
head.
know.
They'll just sit there and go like this,
Mm-hmm.
let you know that there's a cop, down the road or something if they spotted them. I mean, they can't flash you their brights, but it's easier
See,
just to see them.
Yeah.
I've noticed
patting
that
their
like
helmet or their head.
I've noticed that people in Oklahoma driving are most of them are assholes.
They're douches.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
lived
yeah. No,
whenever I
it's
lived in
bad.
Colorado for a little while, people were so nice. Like people were so nice in driving. Like they were nicer here. They were nicer in Colorado than they are here. Let's not say that they're super nice, like they're saints or anything. But like they were so much nicer because like they're like my parents. Whenever I was living with them still, they lived at the back of the neighborhood that they lived in. Like it would take us 15 minutes from the house just to get to the highway.
Wow.
That's how far back in the neighborhood they lived.
Yeah.
And they still live. And I would have to take roads and turns. It would take me 15 minutes to get home from the highway.
Yeah.
And then it'd take me another 15 minutes just to get into town because they lived outside of town.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
like,
where you want to live in Colorado.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
out in the mountains.
Yeah.
Which is where they live. They lived out in the mountains. So
we're gonna have to go visit up there.
it's pretty nice out there.
Yeah.
They can see Pikes Peak from their backyard. It's pretty
How
nice.
close is it to a
What
skiing
part
range?
of Colorado? Close to.
Close to the springs. About 30 minutes away from the springs.
Is it pretty close to a skiing range? Because if so, we're gonna have to hit it up winter time sometime.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
I think it's the closest one's about maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
Shit, yeah.
It's
My
not, it's
uncle
not
lives up there
terribly
too.
far
My
away,
uncle
but
lives up in Pagosa Springs, actually.
but-
so.
Dude, just free lodging and then go skiing for a couple of days
Hell
and
yeah.
then heading back. Fuck yeah.
hell yeah.
Dude, we gotta do that sometime.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about more of that later. But
Yeah.
no, like whenever I was driving one day home from like I was like coming home from the gym or something, and I was taking the back way home, and there was a cop driving in our neighborhood because there was a lot of I don't know what was going on that day. There was like 3 or 4 cops and a fire truck and an ambulance heading down like towards my house.
Damn.
And I was at the gym by myself, and my family was home. So I thought, oh shit, one of my brothers got hurt, or my mom or my dad is hurt. So I was freaking out a little bit because I was like, they are going the exact direction that I need to go to my house, taking every exact turn to get to my house. So I was following them, but before I saw them, I had like 4 or 5 people flash me their brights. I had a motorcycle tap his head just to say, hey, there are cops up ahead.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down. Here, if I flash my brights at anybody, they're just like,
Yeah, fuck you.
big old middle fingers out the
Uh-huh.
windows. I'm just like, I'm trying to warn you. Just like
Yeah.
Chris's story. I'm trying to warn you. There is a fucking cop. Slow the fuck down.
You see, but in my case scenario, the guys soon discovered why I flashed my brights at him. As soon as I saw that cop drive through the grassy median, I was like, well, I know who he's pulling over. And it was that guy.
But see, the thing with, I mean, Oklahoma drivers with pedestrians, though, is totally different. They're so courteous to pedestrians.
See,
Like-
I haven't seen
Oh,
that.
like
too
walkers?
often.
Yeah, like people walking, like they will come to a screeching halt to let you cross the road. Like, I mean, I don't understand, but if you're walking, they'll let you cross the road. And, they're going 35, they'll stomp on their brakes, let you cross the road. But
Yeah.
if you're a driver, if you're driving, fuck you, I'm gonna cut you off and then slow down.
Yeah, they're gonna
Unless
cut you
you're
off
at
and
the
then slow
Hastings
down.
parking lot and you're trying to turn on to
Oh
OK.
yeah, okay. Those
People
people
will leave.
Those
people
people are nice
always
because
leave.
They understand that because that's a
open.
shitty spot to leave.
That is
at.
a
Yeah.
super shit spot.
I've never had like somebody be like cool about that, so I always go the other way around.
Really?
Really?
That's
I've
it.
always
I
had
also
people do
work
that.
there, so I'm there a whole lot more.
Yeah.
See,
so-
every time I leave that parking lot, I always take that dumbass exit right there every
Past
time.
the drive-through.
You always forget.
I always forget, and I'm like, God damn it! So I have to sit there for 5 minutes,
Maybe
waiting.
I had to
until,
sit there for 15 minutes one time.
Oh my God!
I had to sit there for 15 minutes because assholes wouldn't let me
Yeah,
through. And
waiting
then
for
finally,
a slot to
and
open.
then finally, some old lady let me through, and I was like, I waved. I was like, thank you so much.
I
Yeah.
got you both beat. There was a time the freaking red light, the light was broken on that right at that intersection, and it was red if you were heading east
Mhm.
on O&K. It just stayed red for a good 25 minutes. I didn't get to go until after 35 minutes when the light started finally working
Oh
again.
my
I
god.
sat there
That's
for
such-
35 minutes.
I would
waiting
have just
for that
killed
light.
myself.
Dude, there's no way I could have sat
I would
there
have ran
long.
that light.
I would have flipped that. I would have flipped my car around. I would have said, "Fuck that! I'm going the other way."
Walk, just walk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, shit. You could have walked home from Hastings.
Don't work, so we just hang a left in like a red light sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if there's no one there and you can see there's no one there, like.
Well, see,
it's
most
a
of the time,
road.
whenever you're taking Cleveland like that, there's nobody there though.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, there is, but I mean, it's not as congested.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
all right, yeah. What was some of the other topics?
we had someone comment or tell
Oh,
us
yeah.
that we wanted to talk about our views on Bernie Sanders.
That commie.
Shit! He's shit!
That commie. His comment was the commie Bernie Sanders.
Olivia's face.
That commie Bernie Sanders.
Y'all are full of shit.
I didn't.
Bernie Sanders is shit.
I didn't.
You're shit.
I didn't say Bernie Sanders was a commie. That's just what he said.
You just
Quote
said,
unquote.
He said-
Bernie Sanders is a commie.
Commie. Yeah, I mean,
Well, quote unquote.
a
fuck that
rough,
person.
a rough quote unquote. Because he said, "What are your views on that commie Bernie?"
What are your views on that commie?
Was this Bashir?
Mm-hmm. But
Oh yeah, and the E4 Mafia.
yeah, no, we're not gonna talk.
We're not
about
gonna
that.
talk
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
stupid subject. Like, what the hell?
I will
What
talk.
does that even mean?
It's
We
a
will- let's
military
not.
term.
Let's
It's
not.
dumb. It's military. It's
Okay.
dumb.
Alright.
But
It's stupid.
we
don't
will.
want
We
to talk about
will. I will discuss my views on Bernie.
it. All right, go for it.
My views on Bernie are
Whoa. How about you talk about all the candidates?
okay. Well, my view
Okay,
on all
well,
the,
we'll start
okay.
with Bernie then. We'll
Okay,
start
well-
with Bernie.
Okay, let's see. All the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Bernie.
I mean, there's 4.
Shit.
Clinton.
Clinton. Shit. Trump. Shit. I think the Cruz is the other one.
Cruz, yeah, Ted
Cruz
Cruz.
is the other one.
There's also
Shit.
Kasich.
They're all shit.
2016, we're screwed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who we're gonna vote
U.S.
for.
is doomed.
It's
We're
not that
fucked.
It's not that we're doomed or fucked. It's just no matter who we go for, there's not.
Well,
a-
that's
But
There's-
who's your favorite out of all these?
okay.
shitty
No.
candidates?
Finish what you were saying. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who we vote for. It's yes, some of them have the right ideas in certain areas, and some's the opposite. Where nobody has the perfect campaign, and nobody ever will.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So,
Nobody
I
ever
mean,
is.
but
Nobody's
this is
ever
like
gonna be
the point
perfect.
that's
But
never
honestly,
been
this
good.
is like
It's never
the
been-
worst
There's
one.
a good candidate that's perfect because that doesn't exist. There like is no perfect person.
I mean,
There is no
unless
perfect
they-
person, and people want that,
Admittedly,
and people need to get that through their thick
they've
skulls. That there's
and
not
I'm
gonna be a
not,
perfect person.
and I'm,
You took my third beer, you cock.
And I'm not saying that there's gonna be the perfect candidate. It's not gonna happen. I mean, unless if you're George Washington and everybody votes for you,
Instantly, like
both
He
terms,
definitely wouldn't be any good right now.
both terms they. Okay,
no
but that's-
competition whatsoever.
that's-
It's just
I mean, that's,
Washington.
That's off the subject, but
That's completely off subject. But go ahead.
I think
Your views on Bernie first.
Okay, Bernie. I think I mean, and I don't follow politics a super whole lot, but I like Bernie. I do like Bernie, but I
Thank
don't
you.
like.
Thank you.
I looked at his nice.
Me
She
too.
gave us
Thank
a
you.
whole round.
Thank you.
Woo!
Uh,
It's another round.
yeah,
You
we
cock.
did the thing.
You
did the
but
thing.
anyways,
It did the thing.
I
That's
I
our
don't
game.
know.
I'm gonna keep track.
I haven't really looked at Bernie's like stats and stuff, but I don't.
I lost
I
count.
don't like-
Go, just set him down.
I just don't like the fact.
Dude, the amount of
Of-
beer that is on this table is ridiculous right now.
Shut up. Let's
I
turn her
just,
finish.
talk-
I just don't like.
fucker.
I just don't like the fact of Bernie giving free college tuition to everybody. 'Cause-
Okay, look, finish what
but
you're saying.
here's-
Then I have something to say about
Yeah,
that.
but here's I actually did think about this free college tuition thing. Yes, it's good that everybody's getting good education, but what happens to if everybody gets free education? Everybody's gonna get the high-paying jobs, and the high-paying jobs won't be high-paying anymore because everybody's gonna have them. So,
Yeah, and
And
then
so-
that's another
so,
thing
Well,
with
you know,
minimum
it's
so
not
wage.
just that because
so a McDonald's employee getting $10 an hour isn't gonna be making much less than somebody who has a college education
Well,
getting a high-paying
do you
job.
want me to input
well,
on
and,
this?
and then the fact is that when you have free education like that for all those universities, I mean, the government's going to also have to pay for instruction of teachers and things like that.
Well, it's not going to be the government. It's coming out of
And
the
taxpayers'
It's
pockets,
coming out of
exactly.
taxpayers'
So
pockets,
if you're going to do that,
which
think
is
about
fine
all
because
of-
it doesn't affect his policies don't affect my tax
yeah,
bracket.
exactly. But you also got to think, taxes are going to be high,
Not.
and most
Not
likely
necessarily.
working. Well, not
It's-
necessarily for you.
They're not going to be
but-
super high, but they're going to raise.
They're going to.
They're always going to raise. It's never going to go lower. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I don't
Well, I'm not saying they're. I'm not
mean,
saying they're
it
going to.
is-
And then
I'm not saying
Always
they're
going
going
to
to.
go
We're not saying they're
But
going to
the
say the same
deal
or
is-
drop. We're
but-
not saying that. We're just saying that they are going to
the
raise.
deal is, what he really, really wants is to reallocate taxes in order to actually benefit the real fucking American people. To actually benefit civilians and, like, the average person. And what he's doing with the education is you can't make college free. That's like shooting for the stars. You
Yes.
might hit the moon, though, and you could make it cheaper. And that would benefit everybody. 'Cause it's
Yes.
Yes,
so
no, that
fucking
would.
if
I
he
agree with
said-
you. That would benefit
if
a lot
he
of
said
people.
make
nobody
college
else is pushing
cheaper,
that like he is.
which I
So
completely
he's shooting for
agree.
the stars, and he might hit the moon, and that
Yeah.
would be plenty for me.
Yeah, I completely agree that college is overpriced and it should be definitely cheaper, especially because you're
Well, I mean,
limiting
we
a lot
have two
of
college
people.
students here. You guys can say from experience
Yeah.
that college is
It's-
stupid
it's
overpriced.
expensive.
I go to a a less expensive university. It's still very expensive.
Is it
Don't get
more
me
expensive
wrong.
than mine? Or cheaper? Do you know?
that'll be
There-
more expensive than yours that you're going to now. Yeah, it's gonna be more expensive.
No, you.
It's gonna be more expensive.
Really?
OSU is more expensive than OU.
I
yes.
didn't. Hi, I win. Okay, sorry.
OSU is more expensive.
But it's gonna be more expensive. It's still gonna be more expensive than what you're going to do now.
Well,
Oh,
depending
yeah,
on what
fuck
you
yeah,
go for.
yeah.
I'm not
What you-
stupid.
But no, I agree.
Community
I agree.
college.
It should be cheaper. But
And they could make
the
community
fact that
college free.
if he were in fact able to make it free, taxes would go up. Probably not very much for us, like normal
it wouldn't
people.
go up. I looked at his tax bracket and his plan for the tax bracket, and they don't start going up until about the 100K a year range.
Yeah.
So
But then you
unless
also
if you're
gotta
making
think
6 figures,
that
your taxes ain't going up. They're staying
Since
the same.
since
And
you're gonna
that's
have
probably
taxes.
the best that anyone could possibly do. Because
Yeah.
everyone else is like, oh yeah, fuck the
Yeah.
little guy.
Yeah, once you
Well,
once you hit
Because
6
once you-
figures, that's
everyone
when
else
they
has
start
like
raising.
corporate on their mind because corporate is where money comes from for campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
And
you
so
also got to
they
look
are
at what the government's going to be paying the teachers at that point, or the professors and things like that, and their pay is going to drop. It's just going to, especially when you're having, because there's going to be less money going into it than the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
people are
thousands
going
of
to be
dollars,
getting
millions
less
of
pay because
dollars,
of it.
millions of
Well,
dollars going
and that's
into it
going
now.
to be all the way across the board.
All the
It's
way
not
across
just
the
going to
board.
be teachers
It's
and
not
professors. It's
gonna
going to
be-
be everybody.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
gonna
gonna
be
be. It's
everybody.
not going to be the teachers.
Everybody
and
else
it's
is
going to be
gonna
the
be-
college
That much of a
grads too.
drastic
Yeah.
difference.
College
Because, I
grads,
mean-
even non-college grads,
I
are
mean,
going
look
to
at
lower
the.
pay.
Look at the percentage of college grads we have now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't know the exact percentage, but I mean, I'm sure it's not
It's
very.
higher than what it's been in a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not like a stupid percent, but if college starts becoming more affordable, then
More people are
more
gonna go to
people are going
college.
to go to college and graduate college.
College will become
And-
more of a commodity than
Yeah,
something that
and-
a few people
And
get.
what
But is that a bad thing? Do you want a more educated nation?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, it would be
we
smart.
could find
That-
like a
that's-
higher level education, like above college, if we fucking wanted. Like there is
Yeah, but
always more.
All the
There is always more,
Yeah.
and there are other countries who have free
But
education.
it
and they have a
starts-
perfect system. It doesn't matter. They didn't like break themselves and combust
Mhm.
because of it. Like
but I mean,
it's not
what
going
really
to
sucks
destroy
about that
us
is
to
just that
have
it's just-
educated people.
it's just what sucks about that is that for the higher paying jobs, they're not going to be such as high paying anymore. Like my buddy Justin is being a safety inspector or something like that for big companies,
Okay.
and right out the gate,
Like
Like-
business safety.
yeah, business safety, something like that,
Okay.
like industrial business safety. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know.
But
what
right out the gate, once he graduates, if he hops on a job, he can be making I think like $80,000 just right out the gate, fresh college grad.
Wow.
Same
That's
here,
not
same
how
on my
most of
side.
It works.
Same on my
Like
I mean-
most
I mean,
of us
but if
can't
you
get
have-
jobs easy. Most of us
I
have
mean-
to do stupid unpaid internships that are like just as.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Rough
I'm just saying in
college.
general. I'm not digging in too deep,
Yeah, no.
but I'm just saying
yeah.
like if he's doing that. Now, if you multiply that by
But I mean, like the engineers aren't going to be lacking. Like
Yeah,
college is
but if
hard.
you- but if
College is
you-
really really hard.
multiply, I mean, and there's
And
plenty of.
people aren't going to be able
But
to
what
do
I'm
it.
saying is, there's plenty of smart people out there. They just don't have the funds to go to college.
Exactly. Give them the
But I
funds so
know.
they can do something. So we have more
I know,
educated people.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But if you have one Justin right now that graduates, and then you make college more affordable, and then those other geniuses that come in, and they do the same thing he's doing, and there's 10 to 12
The
of them.
geniuses are already in college.
Well,
The ones who are
no, I'm
going to go to
saying that-
college are
He's
making.
talking
I'm
about
just
future
saying-
geniuses.
I'm just saying, like, if college is more affordable than it is now, and then there's those smart people who are very poor that can't go to college because they're very poor, and if there's one of Justin right now, and he can make 80,000
Yeah.
coming out of college, and you multiply that by X amount of people just because college became a more affordable. Well, shit, that's only like a $30,000 job because there's going to be so many of them. They can just split it up
Yeah.
because they do it by job site. It's not like one single job you get paid X amount. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it by job site.
I actually have another
Which-
topic to talk
So-
about after
Also
this,
what you
but like
fail
it's
to
about
realize is
jobs that
people-
don't get paid enough. But
People
like,
who like put the money into college and
I
they're
have
willing to
something
do
to
it
say about
still
that.
drop because those programs that pay that kind of money are fucking hard. They're really, really hard. Engineering,
Yeah.
hard as fuck, but it's what pays well.
Yep.
So like even if you make it cheaper to where people can like kind of afford to do it and like not get completely fucked over later, like
it's still gonna be hard.
It's
Yeah.
still
I know
gonna be the
it's
hardest
still
thing in
gonna
the
be-
world. Like,
And
it's
I-
not
Like they're
but
not
you're
gonna
still-
change.
but you're
They're not
still
gonna
sti-
change the
you're still
criteria to graduate. It's just.
Yeah.
gonna
I
be
know they're
precisely-
not going to change
Exactly.
the criteria.
They're never gonna
But
change
she's,
that.
but,
But
you,
I mean,
you
look
keep,
at-
you
look at
keep
it this
skipping
way.
over the fact that I'm saying that there's smart kids out there
Yeah.
that can't go to college because they're.
and that's a
They're
waste.
poor.
That's a
Because
waste of capabilities.
I know because they're too poor. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that
But-
college
but-
is not hard.
But
What I am saying is that once it becomes more
what you fail,
pricely available,
what you fail to see is that as
is
far as like
that then
generations
there's going to be
go,
more people graduating.
that'd be a better move than what other ones have done as far as like fucking.
Well, yeah,
like,
we'll
our
be. I
economy.
mean, I'm not saying.
We'll be like the
What-
ideal
what-
group.
I know,
if we
but what's
do
going to
that.
happen is all these higher end jobs are going to fall off on the pay scale. Not completely, but they're not going to pay as well. But what
But then,
will
but then
will
more
happen?
people
We will
fall
have
into
a
the higher
more.
middle class.
But we will have a more. We're not going to have as higher class pay jobs.
Good.
So everybody's going to drop a tax bracket or two, and we will become a more equalized
Society.
society.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Right.
would but what would suck about that? I mean, it won't happen during Bernie's campaign.
But
if the
but,
tax
but have
bracket
you
stays,
seen?
but if this
the
tax
freaking wealth
bracket
gap?
stays the same for Bernie's tax plan, and everybody follows the tax bracket or two and not making six figures, well, he's only going to be taxing Hollywood
Yeah.
and
Actors.
oil
No,
tycoons
corporate
and
and tycoons.
Corporate,
and
yeah.
well, I
freaking-
mean, yeah, I mean, but
I mean, yeah.
the ones that already make like a shit ton of money and are going to keep making a shit ton of money.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like those people that are in the $100,000, $200,000 range, if they fall off a little bit and they drop a bracket or
Then
two,
they don't have to pay that much taxes.
and
and they'll
then
get it back
the
in the
taxes for them will fall off because they won't change. Well, from what they are now, they won't change.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be as much money going back into the government.
Which
Be-
is fine because you won't
Which
need
is-
as much for like economic stabilizers and shit.
I mean, it'll stabilize our economy,
But have you seen
we'll
like
still
the
be
wealth gap?
we'll still be $70 trillion in debt for a long time.
Yeah.
The wealth
A
gap.
long time.
Huh?
Turner. The wealth gap is like right about where it was during the Roaring '20s, right before we had like that giant really bad thing called the Great Depression.
Yeah.
So like doing something about that and like narrowing like the wealth gap would probably be our best bet. So that's not a bad idea.
Logan, do you want this
Yeah.
What is it?
wine?
It's
Ew. All right. You look like you're falling asleep, so you need a drink.
either way.
Because this subject went from
I think-
politics to school, and I hate school. So
I think that
school.
Trust me, we
Well,
know.
Case
Well,
in
that's-
point.
I barely passed high school.
I think that honestly, I think Trump would be the most entertaining candidate.
But he'd kind of get us like
To have,
in so much trouble. Like
but-
he has no understanding of foreign policy. and
Well,
no
yeah, but he's
understanding-
never been in politics before.
He's
This
never.
is-
He's not a politician.
Like,
he's
he
a
did this-
He's a
businessman.
bad businessman
He did this.
too.
He did this fucking thing on a dare. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did.
But
I mean, no matter what we're
Don't get
saying,
me
pretty
wrong,
much is that
but, like, what I
everyone's
do-
shit.
what I do like about Trump,
Trump for president.
the only
Says the uneducated.
I know he won't. I know he wouldn't be our best candidate. But
Logan,
if
sit
he-
down.
The only
Logan,
thing,
sit down. Logan,
Conrad,
sit down.
Please no, stop what you're doing.
Logan, sit down. Oh my god.
The only thing I like.
You're an idiot.
The only thing I like.
No! You ruined it. You ruined it.
The only. Well, really, like the only thing I
If I
do like
wasn't
about
educated, I would
Trump
have known how to ruin that.
is that.
A 3-year-old
You
can do
poked a
that.
hole in it.
Exactly.
Oh my
A
god.
3-year-old would have been like,
Okay, I actually
Alright,
have
whenever-
something to say
Alright, well,
about the
when it- okay,
job
I'll
about the
just-
jobs falling off. Like,
just give me 2 seconds.
okay, go.
Keep
Go
going,
ahead,
Trevor.
go
I was
ahead,
just
sorry.
saying that Trump, yes, would be our most entertaining, but he would be a shit president. But what I do like about him, and what I would wish the other candidates would take from him, is that he does not give a fuck about your feelings.
Yeah, that's what I like about
That
him.
is-
That's what I like
that is-
about him. He doesn't give a
that
fuck.
is- That is what.
Political correctness wasn't made to like you know,
That
make
is-
you feel like you're, you know, not being said what you should be said. It's made so you don't like offend the fuck out of people instantly.
But that's
within,
what.
like, a sentence.
But that is the problem.
People shouldn't
That
get
is the-
offended by the simplest
Yes,
things.
that is the problem with today's society.
But
Yes,
doesn't
I
it
understand
have, you
if
don't even have to
Okay,
try
yes, some of the
hard
shit
to
he
be a
says
little
is
bit-
offending. Yes, some of the shit he says is offending, but
he's
people
saying
get
the kind of
overly
shit that
offended.
Start riots and start fights and
No, people are
just
over.
incite hate.
People are overreacting.
To his own
Trump,
people, the shit that he says
Trump.
is not
Trump.
good for the stasis of where we
Trump.
are. Like we're at like a weak point where like we could become
Well,
more
that's
accepting
because-
and good and
that's
stop being
because
so
all
All I
like
keep
that.
hearing is vote Trump.
Or he could have so much hate that it just like bubbles up into this fury of bullshit.
Trump for
And
president.
he's kind of like just getting all this rage going that people are like, I'm gonna punch a black person or I'm gonna punch a gay person because I can.
See, but it's not
and they're
those.
not like
It's
me.
but it's not those people that are doing it. You know the people who are causing riots and shit like that.
Don't
they
you
are.
dare.
They are the African Americans. Let's look at Baltimore. That is a damn good
In
example.
Cases, in cases of injustice,
I don't-
in
I didn't
cases
see
of
any-
economic
I didn't-
instability,
I-
in cases of
I didn't see any white people out there
Muslim
rioting in
injustice.
Baltimore.
Chris is just staring into his beer.
Like that's Baltimore is a damn good example. I didn't see any. Well, there might have been a few, but of everything I've seen, I did not
didn't see one white person out
one
there.
white person out there.
because they're
They
not the ones who were being like persecuted for their color and like prejudiced against. and
But what
shit.
what was said that was so offensive
That they
by,
needed to start a
by
riot.
Trump?
I don't know about specifically Baltimore, but the majority
Trump
of
wasn't
the
around
riots
at this
have
time
been
either.
I know he wasn't. I know Trump wasn't around during
The
Baltimore.
majority of the riots that have been happening have been because someone shot a black kid for no reason. Either
Well-
a cop or a civilian that they let off for almost nothing because he was white, and that's why. Because it's a complete injustice. And they're
See,
already
but
under like
there's-
a ton of stress because they're being, you know,
But there is a lot
judged
of
harshly and persecuted against and treated like lesser and like
there's a
They're
lot
like
of
the
Okay,
worst
but
parts
you
of
have
town.
to admit that some of the cases that which they're
Okay,
writing
but
about,
Cool, but I haven't seen any.
But
There's
ever since
at
I
this,
least
haven't heard about
a
any
good
where-
half,
where,
a
like,
good half were actually justified. There's one that happened the other night that they shot a black kid, and he had a gun that he had in his hand that the cop shot him for, and the parents are attempting to sue the police now, even though in the video you can see the gun in his hand and him drop the gun.
well, and then
Things have got that
a lot
way
of the-
because it started off with innocence.
Well, no, it did start off. I do agree with that.
A
It
lot of-
started
a
off
lot
that
of
way.
the- see, but
But
a lot of the
Some
stuff
criminals
now-
became criminals because innocent
But now
people
it's gotten
got
to the
shot.
point where they're taking
Yeah.
advantage of a
Pretty
situation that
much.
they should.
Logan,
Makes sense, right?
Logan
Because
summed
we
it up
let
right there.
happen because-
Criminal-
Criminals
this-
became criminals because innocent people got shot.
a lot of
Or bad
innocent,
developmental psychology.
a lot of the and you know, there's a lot of news stories out there that aren't being covered by national news of black people, or excuse me, African Americans, shooting and killing white and or black or whatever ethnicity police officers just because they're cops, just because of the Black Lives Matter movement.
I feel like that's not as
Just
common as you
because.
think.
It is.
It is
It's
very
it is,
common.
It is very common and it is not covered.
Okay, well I'm gonna
The
step
only
back
thing,
from
the
this
only
one.
thing really covered by national
How would
media
you
is a
know?
white cop shooting a black cop.
Turner, how
or-
would you know if it's not
black
national
kid.
media? How would you have heard about this?
Because they are all they're on smaller news sites
And do you
like
trust
like
the
News
smaller news
9,
sites?
like News 9 or Florida News, like whatever news,
Florida's full of
like
bullshit.
News Channel 13 or
Florida
whatever.
has the worst prisons.
It's
have,
not,
like,
but it's not
some of
like
the most
covered. What I'm
racial-
saying is, it's covered by like small city stations, not
Not
you know,
national.
not CNN or MSNBC or
ABC,
ABC or any of those
Fox,
big stations.
anything like that.
It's not covered by those. It's covered by the smaller ones. Those stories are all out there. They're just not nationally covered. But anyways,
We are not sponsored by any of these news stations.
That'd be nice.
now that we're done with that,
I just wanted to say one thing about the jobs falling off with price, like pays. Some jobs that you get, like this is kind of off topic, but I was just thinking about this. Some jobs that people get for the shit they have to put up with already get paid shit.
Well,
Entirely
what's
agree with that statement.
Like,
what's
like
an
okay,
ex-
like
what's an example of that?
EMTs.
Okay.
EMT's like, I'm in school right now to become an EMT.
Yeah.
I am halfway through my schooling. We don't go to much school for it. It's only 6 months. At least my school is. My school is only a
I'm sure there's
6-month
some
course.
that are longer.
There are some that are longer.
Probably
To
some that are
become,
shorter.
this is actually probably one of the shorter ones because we are burning through that textbook like no other right now. We're already halfway through it. But we are burning through that textbook, and I've been told that some ambulance services pay jack fucking shit.
Really?
A starting EMT at Life gets paid $9 an hour.
Okay, we were just talking
$9
about
an hour, and if those prices fall off because someone gets elected president, like you were saying, Bernie.
Or
Not
whoever
whoever
wants to do that.
Whoever wants to do
don't
that.
think that
I
would drop your pay.
Well, what he was saying
At
is that
best, it
some
increased it.
some jobs, it is very possible
I'm not
that
saying
that page could drop.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen to every single job. But what will happen is these college kids are gonna say, "Oh shit! If I take this class, I can make $200K a year." Well, there's also 30, 40 of you
Do you
that
know,
are gonna take the same fucking class.
Well, yeah, and I'm
Okay.
saying like also like
do you know
also,
how
like,
difficult
on
like
top
any of those
of-
are? Like 3 calculuses? Like that's
like
so-
also like okay.
I mean, but
an
if they're,
EMT.
okay, look at it this way though. I would study my ass off if I knew I was gonna make $200K
Good.
fresh
That
out of
makes
high
you
school.
a natural, productive member of society.
Yeah.
It's good for
Or
the
fresh out of
Hey,
college.
I agree with
Okay.
But I mean, but if there's like 50, 60
It
other
needs to
kids
be
in there,
somewhat affordable based on what
every
we're
fucking
paying.
class.
Like no one can like work their way through college anymore. It's not physically possible. You might as well just stay in debt the entire time and then start working it off, which is ridiculous because that's so much more than it would be otherwise.
Well, and it's just
Like my
it's
parents,
just-
like my parents, they're in their
It's just- it's-
40s, about to be in their 50s, and they're still paying off their
Oh
student
yeah,
loans.
same thing with my mom.
They're still paying off student loans
No, dude,
because they're
those
so far in debt.
No,
The
dude,
thing
they
about
just
student loans
basically.
is like they'll follow you after you die. Like
Yeah, no, they're gonna follow you for the rest of your life.
No, it's
Like
it's
I
just
tell all my friends that go to college, like I've told Nacho, I've told him plenty of times, stay away from student loans. They will fuck you in the long run. And he's like, there's no other way to pay for college right now.
Well, and
There's
that's-
not.
There's
There's
no
not.
other way to pay for college.
Well, and it used
and,
to
like,
be-
that's insane because
And it used
we're like one of the most developed countries.
Yeah.
Why would we condemn ourselves like that on purpose? And
It's
and
be-
it really bugs
I'm
me.
sure there's a good
Because
reason
the
behind it,
old
but right now they
generations
don't give a good
are
reason.
Just like,
Well,
we worked through
there's-
college for 2 jobs and we got all the way through and we didn't have any debt. And I'm like, fuck you, college is cheaper. You got paid more. You didn't have like all this shitty, stupid fucking
You're t-
high rent just because you're close to the school because you didn't think about that shit yet.
there's
Yeah.
no
They
way
don't
you
try
can
and
tell
screw
me.
you.
There's no way you
now
can tell
they'll
me
do everything to fuck you up.
that a $5 textbook should cost $250.
Oh, more than that.
$500.
Or what?
Some
Yeah,
of them
whatever.
I've seen.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's
They'll
no.
charge as much as they can.
There's no
They
way
will
that a
milk you.
and that's why they do it. The only
Because they
reason-
can.
Yeah, the only reason
And
they
that's why
charge
it
you.
should be regulated and adjusted for the
The only
economy that they
reason-
fucked over.
The only
The old
reason they
generation
charge
screwed us
you.
on.
The only reason they charge you the price of an iPhone for a textbook is because they can.
Yeah, it's because they fucking can
Is because they know you need that textbook, and
to get a job.
to finish that class, and they're gonna charge you however much they think they can milk you for.
Exactly.
And
You good, Logan?
Yeah.
I
Alright.
think that's what really pisses me off. It's not. I mean,
Well,
It's
then
not-
you're a Bernie fan.
I
Welcome
mean,
to
it's
the
the
club,
fact
honey.
that if it's not really Bernie.
We're not really saying we're fans. We're just
I'm
trying
not,
to.
I'm just trying to
break
deci-
down
I'm just
everything.
trying to
Based on your
decipher.
opinion, that's probably the direction that you're gonna want to be going.
Well, I mean, then Bernie's.
Because that's
well,
where I
and then,
went. Because I looked at
Well,
the
then
statistics.
Bernie's gonna win.
Well, then-
I'm not saying I'm for anybody right now.
I'm not
just.
for. I'm not.
We
for
just were
anyone,
told.
But
What are your views on Bernie Sanders?
Well,
These
if-
are
I
our
mean,
views.
Well, if-
personally, I'd rather have Cruz than Clinton because.
Well, Clinton's a dumb bitch.
Nobody
so-
wants
she's
Clinton.
a, well, dude,
I
she's-
Nobody
say
wants
nobody.
Clinton.
I really
She-
don't.
she's
If you
about to get
want-
arrested.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
She is.
Clinton is
She's
not
going-
the person you want to
she's
have for
going
president.
under-
If you are for Clinton, you're an idiot.
she's going under FBI.
Well, she was okay. If you are
Investigation.
under,
As she should. As
if
she should
you
for
are-
what she did.
if you are under investigation by the FBI and
I can't believe they
anything,
even nominated her to be able to
then
run
you
for
are
president.
not. You are not.
She should
a-
not have ever
good
been
for
nominated
president.
in the first place. First of all, she
The
basically
only
got
reason she
kicked
is
out
because
of
she had a
being.
chance.
Yeah, she basically got kicked out of Obama's Secretary of Defense position because of what she did. And then not only did she do that, but she intentionally hid information from the FBI, CIA, all that stuff. And now you're letting her run for president.
Yeah, no.
That's
if you're,
stupid.
If
That's
you are
bullshit.
under investigation by anybody,
That's-
you should not be
Yeah,
running
now
for
she's-
president.
And
Yeah,
not
she's-
only is she under
at the
investigation,
same
she's under
time,
investigation
though,
for crimes of
They
which
wouldn't
people
be
died
talking
due to
politics
her.
at all, like they
Right.
Yeah,
They're
people
not doing
people
that.
died
They're
because
trying
of
to
what she
shit
did.
flames, so
Not a
it's
few
like
people, a
investigation.
lot of people died.
Yeah,
from
not
what she
not
did.
like one or two. It was like what do you think it was? Like maybe
Well,
10?
okay. Well, I mean, let's just
Yes.
recap. Like
maybe
for
10,
those-
15 people died because
I mean,
of what
like-
she did.
I mean, like
Yes.
for those who don't know, like what did she do? Like,
Benghazi.
Who doesn't
Yeah,
know about
Benghazi.
that?
I mean, you have to. I mean,
Who
there's,
doesn't
there's
know?
Whatever-
There's
what-
people that did. There's people that don't know. I mean, might as well explain.
Misinformation.
You know, we might as well
Yeah.
explain it.
What they've decided, what's basically going on
What's
is that-
basically been revealed.
is that she was selling information to make a profit about
So, Olivia.
U.S. troops and all that stuff going on.
Being bought out by corporate.
Being bought out by corporate
Yeah,
to
she
make
was
a
bought
profit.
out. She was
Yeah.
bought
bought
out.
out.
She still is bought out.
She
She's
still is
still
bought
being
out.
bought
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
She's still
she
trying to
still
be bought
is.
You don't step back from that.
Dude,
You're
she-
always
There
bought
ain't
out
no
once
way
you're bought
from
out.
getting out of that. If you're bought out once, you're
Yeah, you're-
always going to be bought
Is
out.
she-
Because
So-
they gonna blackmail your ass.
Dude, she is so flippy.
What is
floppy.
he? What is he doing outside?
Why is Logan outside?
Why are you outside?
Again.
Fuck him.
He was done with our
I'm
shit.
trying to say something, so I'm just waiting for y'all to get.
But anyway, she's so.
talking out.
She's
Sorry,
so
we're
like,
ranting.
Put my input on.
We're
Yeah,
ranting.
we're
and
in the
then
middle of a
we'll-
rant
we'll-
right now,
We'll let
ladies
you.
and
We'll let you
gentlemen.
come back inside.
but
We're almost
Hillary,
done. We're
like,
almost done. We promise.
She's so fucking flippy floppy.
She's
Like,
crooked.
have you-
She's
have you
crooked.
seen
She's
her-
very crooked.
She
Have you
is
seen
crooked.
her like? There's like some compilation videos of her like talking in 2001 to 2005, and then to like 2010, and then to the present.
And that's the problem we
And
have
she,
with a
like-
lot of
and she just keeps
politicians.
flipping back
Hold on,
and
hold
forth.
on.
That's the problem
Like
we have
she
with a lot
was
of
against gay
politicians.
marriage, and then she's
Yeah.
for gay
Well,
marriage.
this is the problem we have with
and yada, yada.
politicians is they'll say whatever they want to say to get
To
into
please
office,
to please the
to
American
please the public,
heirs.
and then when they
To
get into
please
office,
ears.
they will
They
do
wanna
whatever
be-
they want.
They got to be a people person.
Once they're in office, they'll do
Whatever,
they
whatever
want.
they can say to be
Well,
liked by
which
the
is
people,
honestly,
they'll say it.
Okay, which is honestly what Bernie's doing.
Yeah,
But
But
guys,
what-
that's
has-
what everybody's
but-
doing.
But Bernie
but-
has
but
good.
guys-
But Bernie has good policies. I understand that.
And that's what matters is the policies. Look at Ryker. Why you gotta cough like that? You're so loud.
You missed everything.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Olive. Go ahead.
But I mean, at the same time, if you like look at Trump, like his
Thank
will
you.
change within like a day. What do you think's will like change in a day?
That's good. Well,
Which
I
is
mean,
even more ridiculous
I mean,
and
they're-
literally insane.
they're
Like
all-
his policies change within a day. Not even like his opinion.
I mean, but yeah,
literally
they're.
his policies and his
Well, yeah, I
I
understand that
guess
because at first he was saying, "Oh, we'll make Mexico pay for that wall." Oh, Mexico don't want to pay for it. That's all right. We'll make China pay for it. They got all kinds of money.
All kinds of money.
China's gonna pay for that
It's
wall.
not like we've borrowed enough money from them.
Yeah, no, we are in
But
debt
at the
to
same
China.
time, like
By a
all
lot.
Severely.
More than half of our debt is to China.
Yeah.
Just
We are-
alone, just China.
Yeah, and we keep taking money from them.
We're going to continue to take money from them because they're a giant
Because
country.
we're
And they need
broke
us.
as fuck.
They need us to survive
and
too,
we
Yeah.
and we need them.
and we need them because of
We-
their money.
Exactly.
We have a lot of their products in our
they need us to buy
um,
shit and we need them.
yeah,
So
like
we
everything
fuck it.
everything you see
We
at
still got the stories.
everything
Yeah, I
you
know
see at
some weird
Walmart is
Logan
China
wanted to say
bought.
something in them all. Alright.
so.
All right, so
Alright,
Logan,
sorry.
Logan wanted to say
All
something.
right, yeah, Logan wanted to chime in. What'd you have to say, little bitch? What'd you
Oh
have to
no,
say?
it was about the gun violence that you guys were talking about.
Oh, okay, well,
Basically.
go ahead.
About the riots?
Yeah.
All right, back to the riots. Go ahead.
I looked up a picture and it says, you're talking about how basically all blacks are just basically the ones that are targeted. Well, the fact is that 68.8% of the murders, or the people behind the guns that are shooting people, are black. Whereas 8.3 are white, 11.1 are Hispanic, and only 11.8 are police.
Can I see that?
And now on murdered, it's 78.1% that are murdered are black, 14.8% are Hispanic, and 7.1 are white.
Where did you get that from?
I thought
This is 2014 Chicago crime and murder stats.
Okay, number one, that's Chicago. And Chicago's scary as fuck, so it's gonna be different based
Yeah,
on.
Look up national.
Yeah, look up national.
At
Chicago.
the same
That's a pretty good.
That's not exactly like
I mean,
representation
that-
of the United
that's
States.
actually
not
a very
scary
good
fucking
example.
state.
But
That's a good example.
That
though.
is a good
Our
example.
Our country is a scary country.
Mostly like.
All the the southern states like where we live ain't too damn bad, but the more northwest you get,
It gets pretty sketchy.
yeah, it gets pretty nasty up there.
Yeah.
Like, I have some family that lives in Louisville, Kentucky, and I tell you what, going through St. Louis,
I've been
to
through
get
St.
there,
Louis, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's sketchy.
Dude, okay, right where the arch is, the St. Louis arch is, you have to drive through some sketchy ass neighborhoods to get there.
All right, here's national.
Okay, here's the national.
People who are murder, people who shoot, and it's
They're the
100
murderer or murdered?
the people who murder people.
Okay, the murderers.
Okay, 1.3 of 100,000, or like basically like 100,000 and 103. No,
What are you trying to- what are you trying to do?
103,000.
Let me see it.
It does it by the 100,000. So like
Okay.
one would be 100,000.
Okay, one per every 100,000 people.
And it says 1.3 are white, 9.1 are African American,
Okay.
2.1 are Indian, 1.6 are Asian, and 2.6 are Hispanic.
So
So the majority is African American.
So,
So-
basically,
well, and-
by 7, the only one who comes close, the closest one to African American is Hispanic, and they're beating them by almost
See, but we
700,000.
were going off of, and
But those are the ones that are
But-
most likely live in the poor communities that have that kind of violence.
but it's not well. The reason that I think the African American one is so high is because of modern day gangs,
Agreed.
such as
Yep.
Bloods and Crips.
I agree.
MS-13.
No, that's Hispanic.
That's a Hispanic.
That's a
Yeah.
Hispanic group.
But I mean, if you also
but
look
you
at,
know,
like-
stuff like that. That's probably. That's most of that is probably gang violence.
Yes.
But I mean, if you look at
But that is where the percentage holds. Like, how many unjustified cop murders are there though? Like, how many cop murders are there yearly that
Like
should
cops
not,
that are murdered or
no,
cops that murder?
Cops that murder
they're not,
That's
gonna,
unjustified.
that should not have.
they're not gonna give us a number like that.
Well, I
They
saw a
would-
video.
But,
I saw
they
a video.
should.
Well, I mean,
They should.
okay. I mean,
Don't get me wrong.
But then that
Don't-
would make them
I mean,
look
but
bad.
I'm not
They don't
saying-
like that.
But what I'm saying is that not all cops are
bad people.
bad.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I know a couple. They're
Agreed.
like really fucking people.
And it's not only that, but it's whenever you have innocent people or people that aren't wielding weapons that are taunting the cops and are putting their hands behind their backs like they're reaching
Making
for,
them think that they
making
have
them
a
think-
weapon.
Yeah, making them think that they're reaching for something, and then the cop shoots them. Like, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen?
Well,
the cop's gonna
another
think
thing I gotta say about that is that
Okay, here's
cops-
another USA crime statistics.
But-
Blacks killed by whites is 2%. Blacks killed by police is 1%. Whites killed by police is 3%.
Where'd you find it?
It's freaking Google. Dr. Google, alright?
Dr. Google.
And it's
We are not
USA
endorsed
crime
by
rates.
Google.
Crime
Okay.
statistics. Whites killed by whites, 16%. Whites killed by blacks, 81%. And blacks killed by blacks is 97%.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That is a
Tits.
lot of gang
So
violence.
basically, all those black people that are getting shot,
Ton of game violence.
all the black people that are getting shot that you were trying to say are unjustly killed by police, only 1% of the black people are getting shot by unjust police. And that doesn't even say it's by unjust. It's just basically police killing a black. Now, blacks killing black is almost 100%.
90.
Well, because like we don't hear about that because it's not.
Well,
most
and
of it's
then-
not on the national news.
Yeah,
Well,
they
and,
wanna-
and then the other
They want to talk crap and say
2%
that
becomes.
she basically made a statement that black people are shot for unjust reasons almost all the time. That is clearly false when blacks are being killed by
the
blacks
cops.
almost all the time. By the cops, it
By
doesn't matter
cops.
because they're
It-
blacks
but
are only
do
getting
you
killed by
think that
police by
but
1%.
Here's the
The
thing.
whites are
can
getting
the
killed by
news-
police by 2% more
news
than blacks
can't cover
are.
all
I was gonna
murders
say
that
the
happen
news.
every
The
day.
news cannot cover every single cop
More
killing
white people are
killing-
getting
That and the media.
killing
The
a
news
black
doesn't give a shit
person.
about anything
more
unless
white
it's
people
Well,
are
the
getting
media-
killed by the police than black people are.
The media will show you
But-
whatever they fuck the ones they want to show
No,
you.
here's what the media focuses on. When was the last time you've seen like some? Okay, never.
Okay, do you know what we see the
let's
most of?
let's
What we see the most of is, like, white terror.
let me readjust my question.
And that's what's the scariest is that we have the most. What we're most afraid of is like
I'm gonna-
terrorists and shit, but what we
Well,
mostly
and that's
see is
what-
like white terror.
that's what the
And-
media
and
the
mostly
media doesn't.
unjustified.
The media covers good news, but
No,
what?
they don't.
But what they do sometimes, sometimes. But what does the media love to cover?
police
Killings.
black
Bad
people.
Killings.
news. They love to cover bad news. They want to
It's
get
good
you,
for their career, so they want to cover the bad
them,
news.
It gets them views. It gets their ratings up.
Because everybody's
it
curious
gets
and they're
you,
just like,
yeah,
I want to
it
see what
gets you
happened.
it gets you worked up. Word starts spreading about it. You know.
Yeah.
That's what the news media feeds on. Now, if a
Yeah,
white
'cause-
cop were to reach out to a black community and go play, a game of, white cops against, kids in the hood basketball game, is the news media going to cover that?
No.
Fuck no, they
That'd
won't.
be so cute.
Yeah,
We
and,
might-
You know,
we
and
might-
you know what? They
we
actually
might-
they did do that.
We might.
Because there's a
Yeah, there's
there
a
was-
video. There is a video
Yeah.
of a cop going to a neighborhood and playing basketball with these
And
kids.
you know what?
And you know what?
That's
Almost
great.
every single one of
That'd be
them
so
were
great.
African American.
They were all African American.
The cop was
And he,
white.
and he even brought
It's a black
Shaquille
community.
O'Neal into it too.
Yeah, he
He
brought
did.
Shaquille O'Neal up there.
So the news.
The cop
news,
brought Shaquille
What
O'Neal, to
it
be
is
specific.
this Black Lives Matter movement is the news is feeding you shit of basically to progress the Black Lives Matter movement
To make more news for
to
them
make
to
to
report.
make more news for them to report, which gets more black people pissed off, which makes us whiteys look bad. So. It's the news media is all fucked up. Is
Us
what
whiteys.
it is.
Yeah,
What it boils
You know,
down.
Like
to.
I said earlier, the media
That's
will
as much
feed
our
you
fault
whatever
as-
they
as,
fuck
like,
they
their
want to
fault.
feed you to get them views.
All right,
But
we're
that's
running
just-
out of time here.
All right, so
what are we
let's-
We
gonna-
gotta
let's
move on.
here.
Yeah,
Let's go
that's
on to
the
the
end of
next
it.
subject.
All right, our next subject is
That was
That's
our-
my favorite.
The next subject
We can't
is,
really do the next subject because the next subject will take up a whole podcast.
No,
No, well, we
No,
can
well.
we can knock it down.
Short.
It's just three of us.
abbreviated-
It's just three of us
abbreviated
that are gonna have this. It's military stories because
That's
three
right.
of us were in the military. Two of you are still are. But yeah, two of
Go
us
Army.
still are in the military. Three of us have been. But who wants to start with their stories?
Who's got a good one?
I got a good one.
Alright.
Go,
Logan.
Okay.
go. You get to talk.
Okay, let's make this clear. Logan and Turner are in the Army Reserves, and I
Fuck
was
yeah.
I was in the Marine Corps for a short time. We will get into that maybe
These are
sometime
basically
later when
boot
I get
camp
when I
stories.
when I get to my stories. I will explain what happened.
These are
But go
basically
ahead.
boot camp stories.
Alright, you hit it.
All right, so we're all up in our barracks, and drill sergeant comes in, and we all call IDs, and it's during shower time too. We all call IDs, and then he's like carry on and walks out the door, but nobody saw him walk out the door. All we heard was carry on. Then we had another drill sergeant who came up the privates or the recruits stairwell. And he came up there, walked around all around, and everyone thought he was the drill sergeant that came in because nobody saw which drill sergeant came in earlier. So we all thought he was in there and he was just seeing what we were doing. Then all of a sudden he starts screaming. He throws a water ball. He's like, "Everybody get the fuck down. Front knee in rest position. Move." So we're all down there. Half of us are in towels, not even dressed. Me, myself, I was literally in the process of putting my underwear on. And I only had one leg in, so I'm in the push-up position with my underwear half on.
Up position.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
That was funny.
the platoon idiot, Reese was his last name, came in, just walked out of the shower, saw everybody was in push-up position, and didn't do a thing. He just continued walking to his locker and started got undressed and started putting on his clothes. And we were just, everyone screaming at him, get the fuck down. And drill sergeant's just sitting there staring at him. And he's like, and he comes back, and this guy had the tenacity, the balls to back talk the drill sergeant.
It's a big word. Tenacity.
The drill sergeant's like, Reese, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, what the fuck, you want me to do push-ups without no underwear and just a towel on? And everybody's like, clearly dumbass motherfucker. People are sitting here in the push-up position, basically fully nude. So get your ass on the motherfucking ground. And he still continues, ignores the drill sergeant, and continues putting on underwear.
Oh my god.
And so the drill sergeant finally said, you know what, everybody get up. And he takes Reese, and he's like, bitch, put it on your underwear. He takes Reese to the company commander and has him explain to why he would not get down in the push-up position.
Oh my gosh.
He is, dude. If if you guys were in the Marine Corps, you would have gotten fucked instantly.
I mean, speaking of like damn near nude, or you being damn near nude doing your push-ups. Well, we got nude one day because we all stepped out of the shower, and one guy, well, you know, because you're on a timer, like there was 55 of us, and we all had to shower within like 3 minutes, something like that, something ridiculous. It was like, and we had like, I think, like 15 showers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like 10 seconds per person, 15 seconds per person. Well, we had this one dude that came out at the 4-minute mark, and he fucked us completely. So we're all standing there, and he made us, our drill sergeant made us do half jacks, which is basically a jumping jacks, except for you don't stick your hands up to the air. And so we're all just sitting there, you know, after we're doing our jumping jacks, our towels fell off, and we're just fucking sitting there with our dicks hanging out and flip-flops on with our towels to the floor beside us.
God.
Everybody's wangs are hanging out, dude. And then we had to do push-ups and sit-ups. I tell you what, that was the most uncomfortable I have.
Awkward situation.
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen that many dicks in one setting?
I have not. Speaking
I've
of
seen
which,
my fair share of penis.
there was one.
If you get
There
grossed
was
out by
one,
dicks, do not join the military.
Do not join the military. You
There
will see
was-
your fair share of penis.
There was one black fella in there who had the biggest schlong I've ever seen. Holy shit! And and, you know, I didn't look directly at it because I was afraid it was gonna bite me. But
They say if you stare at it long
Yeah.
enough, it'll begin to stare back.
well, what had happened was we were going into the shower and he was
The Black Mamba.
yeah, he was right behind. He was right behind me, and you know, you're supposed to get into the showers in the direction you go in.
Yeah.
And so he was right behind me, and I was taking my towel off, and then I slung it over the little hook, and he took his towel off, but he wasn't facing the same way I was. He was facing the other way, so he was looking right at me. And he took his towel off, and I dropped my bar soap, and I picked it up, and as I was picking it up, I looked up, and dick. And I kid you not, it was almost touching his knee. Like, I am not kidding. His dick was almost touching his knee. I was like, holy shit,
How
dude.
tall was this guy?
Dude, he wasn't very tall at all. He was about the size of Logan.
Okay.
He was about as short as Logan. He was about 5'9", 5'8".
Okay, so not
but-
super tall, but
Yeah, no,
an
but
average
dude,
sized man.
He was an average sized dude, and his dick was hitting his kneecap almost. I was like, oh my god.
Dude,
And I wasn't awkward about it. I asked him, I was like, dude, how do you keep control of that thing? He's like, oh, you know, I just gotta wrap it up every morning. he's like, you gotta tuck it away just right. I was like, god damn it.
Yeah, here's another
He's got a
story.
sleeve built into each individual of one of his shorts. That
Yeah.
he's got his own penis pocket.
Here's another story. We're doing the last thing we have to do to basically become a soldier. We're doing the 16K ruck march, and about the 4th kilometer, some douchebag, I don't even remember who it was in front of me, kicked a bunch of rocks. He was like dragging his feet, and he kicked a bunch of rocks right at my feet. Needless to say, I slipped and fell and hit my knee on a sharp, jagged rock. Then, about the 8th kilometer, my knee, I could start feeling it swell up. My knee freaking was swelling up. I lost balance again. Freaking, we came up to a pothole. Tripped again. Hit my knee right on the edge of the pothole. And I'm sitting here and I'm
The same knee?
Yeah, same knee. I'm sitting here struggling, walking, and drill sergeant comes up. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" I was like, "Drill sergeant, my knee is probably the size of an elephant's nutsack right now." And he's
The
like,
size of an elephant's.
See, but how would you even know that?
That's a.
How many
"That
elephants?
is another story."
Have you-
How many elephant nutsacks have you seen, Logan? Tell us!
Too many to count.
He's
But-
Oh!
Oh.
Anyways,
That's for another time.
So,
well, I mean,
there's
with
a
as
reason
many
he's-
jobs as he was, I'm sure he might have been a, semen excavator for a.
I mean, he was banned from the Oklahoma City Zoo for
Oh yeah.
potentially related reasons.
Yeah. He
Okay,
never
well,
really gave us the full story.
anyways, the
Yeah.
drill sergeant's like, "Quit being a fucking pussy, Richie. Just keep fucking marching." So here I am, basically wobbling down the fucking road, and then the guy behind me says, "Drill sergeant, my ankle hurts." And drill sergeant's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "It just feels like it's swelling up." And drill sergeant's like, "All right, give me your rucksack. You just walk the rest of the way." And I'm sitting here fucking like falling over myself, and this guy's just like, "My ankle hurts. All right, here, give me your rucksack." And I'm like, "Drill sergeant." So I ended up finishing the ruck march. Don't know how. Then right after we finished, they're like, "All right, everybody take a knee," and you had to sit on your right knee, which just so happened to be the right knee that was swollen as fuck. And we sat there for about an hour on this knee on pavement, and I was just screaming inside my head in pain. Went to ATC the next day, and they sent me straight to sick call, and I got put on Percocets and more hydrocodone
God damn.
because of how swollen
That's the
it
They
good
was.
gave you some
stuff right
serious shit. Oh
They
my
gave me
god.
some serious shit because they said it literally looked like I had a basketball on my kneecap.
Good
Damn,
god.
you got
And my
some-
drill sergeant was like, "You're just being a pussy. You need to be out there at PT. This is no excuse for you to be skipping." And then,
You're like, "God damn, drill sergeant, you want look at my knee right here."
and the guy who
Look
got
at my knee, damn it!
the guy whose rucksack he took went to ATC for his ankle,
And
and
they
they're
told him he was
basically
fine.
like, "Oh, you just need to stretch it. You'll be fine."
Oh my god.
And drill sergeant was pitying
Well,
him
you were-
while
I
I
mean-
had a basketball on my knee for
Well,
kneecap.
your drill sergeant. Well, you were the
Well, you
like
did
you
serve
were
in the
the.
military.
You were
I
one
was
of the.
I was like one of the studs.
I
in
was
my
gonna say
platoon.
you're one of the PT studs. That's why your drill
I was
sergeant
the
was
PT
saying,
stud. I won the combatives tournament.
"Pick that shit up, Richie."
I won the
You
combatives
puss.
tournament. Basically, anything that took physical activity, I was
Yeah.
one of the best at. I had the second highest PT score in the whole company.
Yeah. All right, Ryker. I think we
God.
can.
Back to the
Let me
whole
go.
shower thing. Okay, well,
Yeah.
my whole story with military was that, well, I joined the Marine Corps in 2014, got sent out to boot camp, got dropped from my platoon pretty much because of stress fractures in both my legs, and then got put in the medical platoon, and then 2 months later, after sitting there trying to heal up to go back to training,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you have a hip deformity. We have to send you home." 2 months later,
God
when they
damn.
took my X-rays when I got dropped, and they knew it the whole time,
That is.
and they
bullshit.
told me after I was healed. Well, I kind of understand that because the
So
stress
you-
fractures,
so-
the stress fractures were technically their fault, so they had to heal me up before they could send me home, which makes sense. But I was still kind of pissed they didn't tell me.
Mhm.
Being like, "Hey, after you heal up, you're gonna have to be sent home because of this."
Okay, so you thought you was gonna finish up.
I thought I was gonna graduate and become a Marine. No,
that fucking
They at the
blows.
last second they come up and say, "Hey, by the way, we're sending you home. You have a hip deformity." And I'm just like,
All right, now that you're healed up, bye.
"Yeah, now that you're healed up,
Now
kick
that,
me in the ass
yeah,
and
now
just
that
kick me to
we-
the curb."
now that we wasted your time for
I
2
didn't know
fucking
that.
months.
That sucks. I'm
See
sorry.
ya. No.
But yeah, anyways, when I was in the medical platoon, let's just say shit got pretty gay. really fast.
Singing in the showers was my favorite part of the day.
Oh no, it got worse than that.
Oh.
It got
dude,
real worse than
we
that.
would all sing cadences
No,
in the
okay.
shower.
Oh, we
No,
would sing country
okay.
songs.
Okay, let's make this clear. You guys had covers in between your showers.
Oh, we had separated singular showers with curtains.
We
Yeah,
did not.
Really?
It was one big open room with shower heads
That's how it
sticking out
was
of
at my AIT though. It was just one big
Okay,
room.
so you kind of know how it is. Did you have the same thing?
At my AIT, we had one individual shower.
Okay.
But we all. But,
That sucks,
But the
but
thing,
still.
but the thing is, you got to shower whenever the fuck you felt like it.
Well, because you were already a soldier,
Yeah.
so
it
you
was
they
like,
don't care.
So it was like you just took turns at the end of the day. It's hop in the shower whenever you feel like it before lights out.
I bet the hot water pressure sucked.
Dude, mine was perfect.
But like, anyways,
But go ahead.
shit got pretty gay. In MRP, which was the medical platoon, it stands for Medical Rehabilitation Platoon. And then after that, you would be sent to PCP, which was Physical Conditioning Platoon, to be sent back to training.
That's a drug.
Yeah, thank you, Turner. Yes, it is. Thank you, Turner. Yes, it is.
We do not condone the use of PCP.
We do not condone the use of PCP. If you decide to use PCP, please do it safely and your
I did
safety of your
I
own
did
home.
an English report on it. I thought
On
that was
PCP?
yeah.
We're not getting into that right
Sorry, that
But-
shit was intense though.
now. But anyways,
I was
I got a
like,
story
damn.
to tell you later.
we would have shower buddies.
What?
hold
This is
hands.
already gay.
We would
guys
have
scrub each
shower
other's
buddies.
backs.
I was gonna
No,
ask, did you?
we
I
did.
clean-
Why
I
we
clean
did.
your slong, you clean my slong.
We didn't get that gay, but
But
it
you
got.
scrubbed
Almost.
each other's backs.
We scrubbed each other's backs because
oh
we could.
my god.
We couldn't reach it. We
See,
couldn't reach it, so we were just like, "Hey man, get my back for me," because
What-
it was nasty in there.
See, what my drill sergeants taught me was get your hot spots, which is the back of your neck, the back of your ears,
Your
your
face.
pits, your face, and your taint and balls, and your asshole. That was it. So you
Okay.
could literally shower in 15 seconds and be done.
Yeah,
It's
see,
just
you know,
pow,
like,
pow, pow, pow,
see,
pow,
we
pow,
had-
pow.
we
I
had
mean, because
even,
you're bald the whole time. You don't have to wash your hair. You're fucking bald.
yeah, they shave
so
you
it doesn't
bald,
matter.
so it's
Yeah.
like, well, see, you guys had probably a little bit longer to shower than we did.
Oh no, the
They
first week we only had like 30 seconds.
That's
I
all
had
we
it
had.
like for
What they would
60
do,
people.
what
I
they
didn't
would
even
do.
have that. I
Oh,
had 15.
we
I
had
had 15 seconds.
84 people in my platoon.
God damn.
We had 84. We were the biggest platoon in my company. Let it be known that we graduated booger platoon.
What is that?
The worst platoon in the company.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't
platoon.
booger platoon. Because there was honor platoon, which was the best. Which obviously, they passed. they won every PT competition, every knowledge competition,
Yeah.
everything. They won every drill, everything like that. They were the best. But my platoon graduated booger platoon, which I love those guys, but I wanted to kill every one of them whenever I was in there because they were all dumbasses. But anyways, yeah, we would have shower buddies, and I remember my shower buddy's name. His name was Helm. He was a pretty cool dude.
You wash your back real good.
I still talk to him this day. I still talk
Oh
to
my
him.
god.
He's a pretty cool dude.
You
But
bonded. You
wash your back
bonded in
real
the
good.
shower.
what
You can never bond
this
with
is
another man.
this is
As you
no
will
shit.
when
You
someone
never
washes
know
your
another
back.
man until he washes your back. But what happened was that pretty much when the drill instructors would give us time to shower, they'd be like, "All right, go get cleaned up, shower time, shower, shave, everything like that, and get ready to hit the racks."
Bed.
Yeah, pretty much bedtime.
Yeah.
After evening chow, that's what they'd do. They'd give out mail after evening chow, and then they'd say, "Go shower, shave, get ready, get lined up in online," which is pretty much in front of your foot lockers.
Yeah.
That's
That's what we did.
Add attention online.
Yeah.
By this time,
Yeah.
and that's what we did. Our platoon leader would tell us, be like, "Yo, get your shit together, get ready," and that's what would happen. And pretty much while we were showering, me and or Helm, whichever one of us was ready first to get to the shower, they'd be like, "All right, come on, shower buddy," and we run over to the showers, skipping and cheering and all that shit. It got real gay.
Fuck.
God damn.
It got real gay, and it got even gayer. There was one time these kids there were some kids that were pretty fucked up in MRP. Like they shattered their foot, or had to there was one guy that I knew. He was pretty cool. He was scared because the hospital in San Diego honestly thought that he had bone cancer.
Holy shit.
Because he had a stress fracture in his tibia, I think.
That's in the leg, right?
It's in the leg.
Okay.
Most of these were leg injuries.
Okay.
They had stress fractures in his tibia that weren't healing, so they took X-rays and they're just like, all right, well, we're gonna send you to Balboa, the name of the hospital that we went to, off base.
Yeah.
It was the naval hospital that was out there. But he had to have a bone marrow scan. So they literally took a drill into his leg and into his bone and pulled out. It was like pretty much like carbon dating his leg. It was bad. Like he opened up his wound and there was a hole, no shit, this big in his leg.
That's a good half-inch hole.
It was a good half-inch hole in his leg. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's gotta hurt." He's like, "Yeah, I can't put any pressure on it. It hurts too bad." And it took him. I think he got out. Like I went to boot camp in September of 2014, and I got discharged December of 2014. Okay, and we'll end up here pretty soon. But yeah, I got discharged in December. I don't think he got there before I did. So he got there. I want to say in July or August time frame, because he was in a couple companies ahead of me, but he got dropped even before I did, and he was stuck in medical platoon until I want to say like May of the next year.
Damn.
He was stuck there for almost a good year.
That's a long time.
He was good. He was there for a good year.
I mean, he was getting paid the whole time though.
He was getting paid the whole time, which was good, but he also had to go through what was it? The platoon where like you're too injured. It wasn't the platoon that I went to. It was a platoon like to get discharged.
You're too injured not to do anything.
The platoon that I went to get discharged was called RSP, which was the recruit separation platoon, which was the kids who either popped on drug tests, got diagnosed SI, which was suicidal intentions,
Which is bullshit.
Especially at boot camp. Suicidal intentions at boot camp are stupid. Most of those guys are pussies. But I actually had a guy who was diagnosed HI, which was homicidal intentions.
Damn.
He no shit threatened to stab everybody in MRP. And he got diagnosed homicidal intentions and got sent home for it.
Damn.
He was a bitch. Everybody hated him. But
that's a good way to get sent home though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another time. I got a whole bunch of stories about him. He's a jackass. But
we'll have to do another episode.
Another episode of these military stories. We got a lot of them. But and then the platoon to where like if say like the Marine Corps caused like they felt they caused the injury. Like say they it happened while you were there, like you shattered your foot,
which they
or
did.
or you broke your leg, anything. While it happened while you were there, they are responsible for it. Those kids that couldn't heal from it, they had to go through a separate platoon, which pretty much they were on paper they are Marines.
Yeah.
They were sent home on paper Marines. Physically, mentally, no, they are not Marines because they did not graduate. And they feel the same way. You can ask any guy that's been through there. They feel the same way. They are not legitimately Marines. On paper, yes, they are, but to themselves, they are not.
Yeah.
But they are getting, they are getting medical pay because the Marine Corps caused it. This guy, I'm pretty sure that I talked about with the possible bone cancer. I think he is getting pay from the Marine Corps because of it. But yeah, he had to have a bone marrow scan, and then he had to have 3 to 5 surgeries on his leg.
Damn.
To heal the drill they made because they found out he didn't have cancer, and then they had to fix it.
So it was a waste of their.
It was a waste. It was a waste of their goddamn time and a waste of his pain.
Damn.
Yeah, so he was pretty fucking pissed off about that.
Yeah, I would be. I mean, well, yes and no, because it would be a
godsend if they found it. Like they're like, yeah. You do have bone cancer. We need to fix this.
But it is also good to say that I don't have bone cancer.
Yeah.
But that's
Agreed.
something you can diagnose at a young age too, though. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Like
younger.
they also thought they found very minor signs to it, like not
Oh,
even
not
not
even
even
like-
like major signs, like oh he's having like possible cancer signs.
Yeah.
It was like minor signs,
Okay.
but it was just signs from the fucking operations that they did on him.
Uh,
So he
So
was
it's
just
bullshit.
fucked up from the operations. That's what
Gotcha.
it was. So yeah, he got pretty fucked up because of that, but he's
Okay.
well and he's at home now. So
that's good.
yeah, he's doing pretty good now. I still talk to him every now and again, but
Good.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Thanks for stopping by and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had spending time with us.
And yeah, if you got any more comments to leave about what you want us to talk about, let us know.
And tell your damn friends about it. God
Yes,
damn it.
tell your
Yeah.
friends about our fantastic and interesting
Wonderful
podcast.
stories
Halfway
and bullshitting
interesting.
and drinking.
I mean,
Halfway
literally,
interesting.
we're doing this just for fun. Like, we have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So we're doing this just for
Yay.
fun. If you like it, please let us know. We would love your input.
Especially let your friends know.
yeah,
Yeah,
let
especially
your friends know. Share it.
If you
everything.
have friends.
If you like it,
Have any friends?
Yes. If you like it, subscribe to our channel, and yeah, I think that's about it, guys.
All right. I think that's about it. This is another round signing off. Until next episode.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Beh.